Recently I made a video about how to make Windows 11 a lot more usable and a lot more like a desktop operating system. And there's one piece of software that I want to go into depth with, and that's what we're going to do in this video. The software is called the ExplorerPatcher, and it works for Windows 10 and Windows 11. We're going to look at Windows 11 because with Windows 11 there's a lot more that needs to be fixed, and so there's more features inside the ExplorerPatcher specifically for Windows 11. But I'm going to walk you through everything, and at the end of this video you're going to understand exactly what you can do and how much better you can make your computer with Windows ExplorerPatcher. If you're one of those who has that Activate Windows logo in the bottom of the screen, we're going to take care of that right now with an OEM key. It's the New Year's sale over on Whokeys.com. This is where I come to get my Windows keys. We can use Windows 10 Pro keys to unlock Windows 11, or we get the free upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. Be sure if it's like a year from now to Google and make sure that Microsoft still accepts Windows 10 keys, but as of now we can use these Windows 10 keys, and I'm going to show you. But first I want to tell you why I use OEM keys. Now Microsoft sells these keys for an exorbitant amount, and they provide the tech support when you pay like a couple $100. Yeah, for a fraction of that price, you can get this, and we can make it even cheaper. So come over here and buy one of these and use a coupon code TS25 to get 25% off. So go ahead and click on buy now, put on my coupon code TS25. I'll zoom in so you can see it, click apply, and then check that out. Now $17.19. Leave them a little message, why don't you? So once you're done, it's going to redirect you over to your user center. If it does not, you should come up here and click on your name and then click on user center. And then down here, you'll see the different keys that you've purchased. So just give it a second while it's processing. If it takes a little while, just refresh your page. With Windows 11 Pro, if you just want to buy that directly, it comes down to $22.80. So there you go. Also got 3 different flavors of Office, 2021, 2019, and 2016. So if you need to unlock those at a way lower price than retail, by all means do so. All right, let's go back and take a look. There we go. We can go ahead and click on View Keys and Codes here to get your code. Then you click on Get the Key. Then you'll see your serial number right here. So you can just copy that, grab that, copy it, hit Start, type Activate, click on Activation Settings, click on Change Your Key, and then you can just paste it in there, hit Next, and you will be activated. You'd have to buy that OEM key like many times to equal the price of one retail key, so I'm totally fine with doing my own tech support, and I'm fine with that OEM key being locked to the hardware. And in the comments, let me know. I'm curious, which one did you grab? Which flavor? All right, so this is what we got now. I've at least got my start menu put over here on the right side where it belongs. Why do I not like it in the middle? Well, you got to watch the other video for that. So right now when you right click on the taskbar, you just have taskbar settings and task manager. We need to do more. We got to do more with this. So let's go ahead and grab a copy of ExplorerPatcher. I'm just going to open up whatever web browser you have, and I'm going to search for ExplorerPatcher. I don't even care if we're doing it through Bing. So when you get to ExplorerPatcher, just open this up, make it bigger. This is what you'll see. This is GitHub. And if you see all this stuff, it might look a little bit intimidating. You're looking for releases. So just click on the latest release right there. And then scroll down. You can ignore pretty much all this stuff. And then you see assets. It may be like that and you're like, where is it? Well, just click on the little ticker right there. And then you'll see the latest version. So click on that and it's going to say, oh no, this is a weird program. Click the ellipses, right? Click the ellipses thing right there. And just click on keep. It's going to be like, are you sure? Show more. Yes, keep anyway. It's okay. It's fine. I've already downloaded once. There we go. And it may say like, hey, this is an unknown program. It's weird. Oh no, it's just working. Great. So you may notice that the bar disappeared, then reappeared. Some other stuff's going on. Just give it a second until everything reappears. Once everything reappears, ExplorerPatcher is installed. So what changed? Everything looks the same. Well, I'll tell you what's going to change. We're going to be able to change a lot of the look and feel of this. This is your File Explorer. We'll fix this up nice. And then we're going to change just a lot of the functions like this thing. See this right-click contextual menu where you have to come down and click on Show More Options, and then it shows you the one you're trying to get to in the first place? Yeah, we'll fix that too. So right-click, click on Properties. See all this new stuff here? Look at all this new stuff. Well, just click on Properties. And now we have the ExplorerPatcher. If anything has an asterisk beside it, it means you need to click on the Restart File Explorer to make it take effect. The first thing we'll go through is the taskbar. So you can pick your style, Windows 10 or Windows 11 taskbar. But I like the Windows 10 version because we have more options. If we just do a Windows 11 taskbar, I'll restart this to show you what that one's like. When you come down here and click on stuff, you just get this big cluster. See, this is like you're on a mobile phone and you click on something. It's like, I know I want to click on just the audio, but no, I've got to have this entire thing pop up. And airplane mode, I'm on a desktop. Come on, we don't need all that stuff right there. It's going to be there regardless, but let's just change this over to Windows 10 and then restart again. And now we can come over here, click on network, whatever. I've got everything weird right now. So there we go. Now we've got all that set up. Also, one thing you'll notice is that when you have the ExplorerPatcher, you'll notice that all of your different tabs here on the bottom, all your different applications are fully visible, so you can see what they all are. If you like that, then you're all good to go. But if that's kind of confusing, you could just come down here and do combine taskbar icons, and you can do always or never or whatever you want. It's your own happy little computer. So you can change your start button style. A lot of the stuff we don't need to worry about too much, just a position. You can go through this on your own. So that's pretty much all I want to do there, except for one more thing at the bottom. Taskbar icon size. Look at that, we can have small icons on Windows 11. I'm going to leave it large just so you can see it. It's so ridiculous that this is not an option by default in Windows 11. They're giving us these big, I don't need all this chunky stuff on the bottom. I want as much desktop space as possible for the programs that I'm using. Let's look at the system tray here. Now the thing I want to take a look at the most here is down here under the when you click a system icon in the system tray, open up, and you got all the different options here. So we got the Windows 11 flyout for the network. So I click on network right now and it brings up this. It's got the rounded edges. You can do Windows 10 and it's pretty much the same thing except with squared edges. But let's have a little bit of fun here. Do Windows 8. Look at this ginormous thing. I think this is actually very readable, so I'm going to leave that one on. Why not? All right, and then we have our sound, Windows 10 default. Just this, it's fine, but I don't know, sometimes nostalgia just gets the best of me. I kind of like this one. This one's just easy to use. It makes sense. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one. Clock, different ones. Windows 10, big old thing. Digital clock, but you know something? I'm going to make the argument for the Windows 7 one. Let's see what the Windows 10 one, the 11 one looks like real quick. Ew. Oh no. Oh God, no. I don't have any use for that. Let's do Windows 7. Look at this ugly thing that's so useful. You see this? It's pretty late. I gotta go to bed. No, I never go to bed. What am I talking about? I'm a vampire. Anyway, see this round clock right here? Psychologically, this is much better for your brain than a digital clock. You can tell the passage of time much more intuitively, and this is not just me saying, you know, something subjective. There have been objective studies that show that your brain processes the passage of time better with a clock like this, so I really enjoy this. I'm going to leave it like that. Now we're going to look at the File Explorer. This is going to allow us to change the look and feel of the File Explorer and also the contextual menu, which is the first thing I'm going to do. Disable the Windows 11 contextual menu. It's got the asterisk, so we got to restart. And look at here. Just a regular old context menu. Isn't that wonderful? Why did we even need the other one in the first place? I don't know. Now on the top here you'll see register as a shell extension. You'll only need to check that if you want to enable any of these options that have the double asterisks. I'm not going to mark that on mine, and the reason is that I found that whenever I had this enabled, I had a lot of errors trying to do things on network hard drives whenever I opened up stuff on the network. So I'm just going to leave it unchecked and not use those, but you can play with those if you like. Now the next thing I want to talk about is we can use a different control interface. Now the new Windows 11 command bar. This looks different up here on top now. And look what happens when I try to move things. They won't let us. We can no longer do that. So we can change this around. If you want to use like the Windows 10 ribbon, let's open it up and take a look. Let me just pop this ribbon down right here. There we go, the Windows 10 ribbon is there. And when you change to the Windows 10 ribbon, even if things have updated, you'll still be able to get out of here. You'll still be able to drag and drop things up here to the top. It'll work. All right, let's show you the Windows 7 command bar. See if this brings back some memories. So there we go. See, we got the contextualized thing right there. Let me just, I don't have anything installed on this, so I just got to randomly click around. Now see, whenever I click on anything, different contextual options come up. That's the Windows 7 command bar. Worked fine, you know, it's nice. I like it. And then over here we've got this as far as changing the view types and whatnot. Got the pane on the side right here. It pains me to tell you about this. All right, so I'm gonna leave it on that one because it's cool, it works. And then if you want to do the mica effect or anything like that for the Windows 7 Explorer thing, you'll need to register it as a shell extension. If you're not using any network drives, I've found no problems with this whatsoever. Let's get over to the start menu. This one I'm going to leave on Windows 11 because Windows 11 is made for Windows 11 and doesn't like it when you change it to Windows 10. So if you're going to change it to Windows 10, just read this, but I'm going to leave it on this because I'm going to replace this later anyway. Yeah, I'll replace all this nonsense later with a different piece of software called OpenShell, but that's not for this video. If you need more settings, this will just open up the settings app. That's all that does. And then I can disable the recommended stuff. You can change your maximum number of frequent apps to show, but like I said, I'm going to replace this entirely, so it's up to you. Now we've got our Windows switcher, and this is our Alt-Tab menu. So let's get a few things open right here just so we can see the Alt-Tab menu. This ugly old thing right here, yes. Alt-Tab. I've got the Windows NT version right there. So let's change it up to something else. How about, okay, we got to restart for this. Okay, here's the default, which works, you know, it's fine. The Alt-Tabbing like this kind of gets annoying when there's multiple tabs and stuff. I actually don't like this, having all these tabs included. You can turn that off, but you know, it's probably easier just to come up here and change this to say Windows. Let's do the simple switcher style. And the simple switcher style is something that you can configure a lot. Like, and you can learn more about it right down here. But I really like this one because you know how much you can configure it. And we got to restart for this to work. There we go. Now here's the simple switcher style. It's not showing all the tabs there, but they're still there. But yeah, simple switcher style is okay. If you want to get that nostalgia going, well, by all means, how about we just switch it up to the Windows NT? Now we can Alt-Tab. Look at that. God, nostalgia is strong. I'm not sure if this is as functional, but for my brain, this really works. You know, I'm like, oh, I need to go back to Internet Explorer. I need to go back to the Microsoft, whatever. No, I never need to go back there. But, you know, I don't know. For my brain, that one kind of works pretty well. I'm going to leave it on that. Why not? I leave the weather turned off. Down on other, there's a few things I like to check box. I usually turn on the stuff like the disable the Office hotkeys and disable Windows F to bring up the feedback hub because I don't care about Windows F. No, I don't care. But that's up to you. And then I disable the rounded corners. Kill the rounded corners. Go ahead and give it a restart. I don't think I need to restart for that, but I wanted to disable them even on this window. And there we go. If you like rounded edges, if you like the soft feeling of that non-offensive rounded edge, that edge radius right there, then leave it that way. It's up to you. You can do it any way you like in your own little world. For me, I like square because we are on a square monitor or a rectangular monitor. I like squared edges because these edges are squared. It just, I don't know, it feels a little bit better. I think with the way Microsoft and Google have been doing lately in the last few years with their UI, everything being so round and bubbly, we're going to need like egg-shaped monitors pretty soon. Ovular monitors, yes. So anyway, you can go through the rest of this stuff. That's pretty much the main thing that I adjust here. Right down here, these are cool. See these checkboxes? Prevent the following control panel links from being redirected to the settings app. So what is that? What does that mean? All right, so let's type system and show you what comes up. When you click on system, you get this. It's inside your settings app. This is, you know, all this stuff here inside your settings app. A lot of times when I come here, I find that I end up having to click on a lot of things that I don't want to click on, and it's somewhat functional. It's getting better. You know, this is actually getting more functional. But a lot of the times I end up going straight back to the control panel, the old school control panel. So let's try that again, but check mark all of these. Now when I go to system, it goes here. This is where I want to go. Yes. You have more information in a smaller area, and then we've got access straight to the device manager and everything else. And this is the underbelly of the computer. This is where I need to be as a power user. I don't need to be messing around with those bubbly apps. So I check mark all of those. Absolutely. Let's talk about updates, because every now and then you'll see a little bubble pop up over here on the side that's like, something needs an update. This needs an update. When that bubble pops up on the side, you check for updates and it shows up right there. See this? Well, if it ever shows up and it says like, hey, an update's available, just close this, right click on properties, then click on updates, and then right here, click on update program and restart File Explorer. That's all you need to do. And then just give it a second to install. You'll probably need to do that here and there, and I'll give you another tip in just a second about what to do if it ever crashes or if Windows updates and breaks something. So this is advanced. This is only really for advanced users. I want to show the desktop build on your desktop, make you feel like you've not activated. Look over there, Windows Pro build right there. It's pretty cool to have that information, but it makes me feel like I'm not activated. But it's cool to turn on if you just need to see the build information really quick, whatever. Be sure to say thanks to all of the people who have worked on the Valinet ExplorerPatcher. Because this piece of software has made Windows completely usable, and I don't know what I'll do if Windows updates and this doesn't work anymore. That'll ruin me. As a human, I'll cry myself to sleep every night. Now the other thing I want to say is, let's say something crashes and everything disappears from the screen and you don't have access to, you can't even click start, there's nothing down here. What do I do? What do I do? Well, press Control-Shift-Escape, and that'll bring up your task manager. And then after you have your task manager, you're pretty much home free. Just click on Run New Task and type Explorer. Press Enter, and there we go. We're back. So if it ever crashes, you can do that. Hope you find this as useful as I do. I run it on my Windows 10 machines. I run it on my Windows 11 machines. It's not available for Linux. But if it was, I would run it on Linux machines. Even on servers that don't have a graphical user interface, I would run this program on those because it's that useful. Yes. Anyway, let me know if you're running this. Let me know which settings you prefer. I'm curious, do you like the Windows 7 style or do you prefer the newer rounded edges of Windows 11? I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you next time.